Hi guys, Ian, living in the Philippines. This is not what we're actually talking about, living. We're talking about my experiences with funerals, death here in the Philippines. It is totally different from what experience, not experience in Europe, so the UK and in Germany. So again, I don't know how you guys do it in America. So I'm just talking about Europe and what I've experienced in 6 years of living in the Philippines. I have done videos in the past about cemeteries and how the Filipino culture about death and what they do. So just let me go through a few points. So I think it can't be just me. I think you guys that are planning to come over to the Philippines, or this is now my experience, I've been to so many funerals in the 6 years. Of course, if you meet a Filipina that has a big family and they have lots of friends and so on, neighbors, you'll attend many funerals, which was quite it still is a bit amazing. When I was living in the UK, I'd never been to a funeral before. Not even actually, my grandparents died when I was in Germany. My father died. I was 18. I was in the military at that time, so I didn't even attend my own father's. But my parents were split up at that time, and even to this day, I don't know where he even is. My first funeral experience was my ex-wife, her father, so my father-in-law at that time. June the 5th, 1989. That was my first, and then after that, so my mother then, which was 6 years ago, 11th of November, 2019. So in Europe, the hearse, the black car comes up, picks up the coffin or the casket with the deceased, and then drive them then to the cemetery, slow formation with all the other mostly black cars behind, all following. Everybody dressed in black, and you go to the cemetery. The coffin then is carried then to the grave. The priest says his little bit, and then the casket gets put in the grave, covered over, done. Before the funeral, then see, I'm not experienced. So you have a special, or there's a special room where you go in there with for a wake, and normally it's dark place, light music, like sad music playing in the background with flowers, rows of seats. So anybody wants to go in, they can go in there for 10, 15 or 30 minutes, say a prayer or whatever, and then leave. So that's how we do it in Europe. Sorry. So two funerals I've been to. So my father-in-law at that time and my mother. Over here, 6 years, I have lost count how many. And then the first, even now, I get. I'm not angry, or I'm just when you watch them. So first of all, the person's died, get taken away, makeup and everything put in the casket, is then brought back home or to a place where they then put on a show for a week. And yeah, the music, karaoke, it's a big party. It's eating and eating and drinking alcohol and drinking and drinking, gambling and gambling. When I say they're gambling, what they do is if anybody wins any money, each time they put a percentage of that money into it's like a tip box. That money goes in towards or to the family. That pays then for the funeral or whatever, and all the drinks and food that's given. And what happens is also you have to someone has to stand guard. So over the 5, 6, or even 7 days, there's somebody there 24, or there's a person there 24/7 that's taking care. So the house door will be always open, and they have to make sure that if any visitors come, and they do during the night, that there's food there for them, snacks and drinks and other things. So totally different from what you might know back at home. And yeah, all the kids screaming and running around, and everybody's joking, having a good laugh. One thing that does annoy me, you get the young people selfies next to the casket and Facebook, TikTok. I don't know. It's a normal thing here, but at first I thought, what the hell are they doing? And then taking photos, probably. Oh look, oh yeah, this is so and so. My first experience over here was my wife's son, Jonas, who died 10 years ago. Of course, my first funeral then in the Philippines. What are they doing? And the more you go to more funerals, the normal. It doesn't get. It's not normal. You start to accept the way they do things. One thing I did say to one of my subscribers in a comment: the Filipinos, they're so religious, but then like at the cemetery, they walk all over the other graves and have parties in the cemetery, and for them it's just one big party. Which it's still a bit weird. I try to keep out of it. I go there. I'll go to the casket, have a look a few times, and what also I don't like the makeup. I suppose if you've got a good agency that has a good guy that prepares the face and everything. For example, my wife's mother, she looked normal. But there's others, like there's a few guys, they passed away, and I went and had a look. I thought, oh, like red, almost lipstick and red face, and they've done all their. Okay, it looks nothing like him. Also, my wife's uncle, who died last year. It's so you think, oh no. And just this few days, so our daughter-in-law, she passed away, and so my wife's son, he says, "Oh, have you seen Elaine yet?" I says, "No, I'll go now." He says, "She doesn't. She she looks different." So I went and had a look, and oh my God, I was so angry, and because if you've seen my videos, a couple of videos before, you'll see on her photo, she's got this like a slim face, a bit long. Well, she had the head was blown up, big cheeks, and the eyes were not, they were closed, but all the eyelids, it looked like rubber. It looked, and the hair wasn't nice. And I went a couple of times, and actually, like when you're going there, you're crying and you feel upset. But when you then look at that person there and you think, no, that's not her. That looks totally different. That's somebody else. So I lost that the sadness feeling. But I don't know if that's always the same with other people. But that's my experience. And it was great. So, for example, this last week, so we had Elaine, she passed away, so everybody's in mourning. We had 3 birthdays in that week. So, of course, we didn't celebrate any of them because it was 3 family members. We said, "Oh, call it off. We'll do it another day or another time." So Sunday was the funeral, Elaine. Yesterday, Monday, we were then at a birthday party, a 1-year-old, and it's this. I mean, we've been to other people's funerals as well, and same day. So you go to the funeral, you leave there, and you're going to a birthday party. It's I don't know how they. It's hard to explain. These emotional. I explained in one of the videos that they wear white. Like I said before, in Europe, it's all black. So you wear black trousers, black jacket. Here it's white. So for example, you go to the funeral with your white T-shirt on. You're still wearing that white T-shirt, and you're going to someone's birthday party. I don't know how people can just. I said to her, I don't actually feel like going anywhere now and singing happy birthday to somebody when we've just put somebody in the ground. But they don't seem to have a problem with that. It's it's crazy. So then, and guys, you will if you've never been to funerals or only a few over here. And the other bit upsetting, a lot of young people. What I like doing sometimes, I'm just interested also with the topic of death. It doesn't affect me so much talking about such a topic. I like walking around the cemeteries, just looking at the headstones. And then, so who was there, and then when they were born and when they died. And you'll notice, there was some yesterday when we went up to the cemetery just to make sure everything was okay. 1 day old, 1 day old, 2 days old. And it's, you're thinking, my God. And then I'm 62, so born 1963. You'll see a lot of graves there, born 1980 something, 1990 something. So they're only 30, 40, not many, over 50. And you're thinking, wow, God, I'm already sick. I says, why are they all dying so young? And they say can't pay for the medical fees, so you die. But it's or these young, or the 1-year-olds, they die then at birth. Or for example, Elaine now. She died nearly between 3 and 4 hours after giving birth. She started having stomach pains and then died. And it's like a maternity centre. And it was in the night, so no doctor there. And I talked to my wife and I said, well, there should be a doctor there 24/7 in case something happens, which did happen. And there was no doctor there. So, you have to be quick with what she had. And of course, no doctor there, you can't do nothing. So, oh dear. Yeah, so it's quite an experience. I suppose you get used to it after. So I've been here 6 years. I've lost count now, so there'll be many more to come. I'm sure of that. And the other thing, if you watched my video yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when they get taken from the wake to the cemetery, so they're escorted. So most of the family then walks behind the vehicle down to the cemetery, which I've never seen that. I've seen it in films in the US, but normally everybody drives in a car. Here they don't. And playing loud music. They have a car in front, massive speakers on there, playing normally the favourite music of the person that died. And I find sometimes the music is a bit upsetting. You're okay there, and keeping yourself calm, but then when some sudden music starts playing, then you start getting those feelings. So we had a long walk down to the cemetery the other day. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to let you know there will be a lot of funerals here. What I was going to do is I'd done one when I first started this channel. The difference between a private cemetery, which is where we've been the last few days, and a public cemetery, that's an eye-opener. Maybe I'll do another video about that. So again, you guys that are over here, you probably know already what I'm talking about. You guys that aren't here yet, it will come. Be prepared. I think that's it. So if you want to know anything else or see anything, I posted a video this morning where we went one day after the funeral just to make sure everything was all cleaned up and done. There's a couple of interesting things in that I showed. And the day before that was a shortish video of escorting Nanny Elaine to the cemetery. So guys, if you got any questions, down in the comments. And other than that, I'll see you then on my next one. So then, until then, guys, take care and goodbye. See you guys.